With more Lugbe flood as more stakeholders visit the area. Women's Rights Advocacy and Protection Alternative intensifies advocacy to end violence against women and girls. And 10 schools pick spot in FCT Universal Basic Education Board debate.
Sections of the market, livestock are in large quantity. Transactions have been ongoing, though with lamentations from buyers on the hike in the prices of goods.
Like we want to buy, we are looking for over 200. But the size we are getting is not coming at that. There is those of 160, 170, but we want bigger one compared to those ones. So it depends on what one can afford.
The one where your power reach, you can't go back. Any amount where kind of come market. Last year, you carry 100, you buy the big one. This year, the one where you buy last year 100 times, you can buy 70 times this year. So you can manage them, do the year this year.
Dealers in the market said customers from different parts of the country patronized them. However, they attributed the increase in the prices of the soft commodities to a number of factors, including hike in the price of fuel.
The hike in price of fuel has affected us.
Okay, it's good, it's fine. Somebody is coming from Abeokuta, Enugu, Otruko. Somebody will come about the massive.
Eid al-Adha is a commemoration by Muslims on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah of Prophet Ibrahim's devotion to Allah and his readiness to sacrifice his son, Ismail. From Kefi, Muhammad Awalu, NTA News.
Eid al-Kabir is an important celebration where Muslims are expected to make animal sacrifice. As the celebration is expected to be big, many Muslims take this advantage to witness the moment with family.
Because I'm working here, so definitely I'll be traveling. I base in Kano specifically. I'm working here, so I'm traveling to Kano for Salah.
Actually, the previous years is more than this year.
Some, on the other hand, remain at home, since the festival can be celebrated at any location of choice, more so with the prevailing economy. The situation here in the parks is drivers lamenting the low turnout to passengers, as many have resorted to sending parcels.
No, I'm not traveling. I'm just here to drop a parcel. I normally spend my Eid in Abuja around family, so I prefer it here.
Try to bring some of my colleagues at work.
Before, Kazana is 4,500, but now it's 10,000.
Double the price we are used to. We are used to paying 2,500 from Abuja to Milan, but now we are paying 5,000 naira. And I'm guessing it's due to the cost of the fuel, like the fuel inflation. So yeah, it's taking its toll on our pockets because we are not earning more, but we are spending more.
Different, like it's very. Last year I think it's almost it's 4,000. Now it's 9,000.
The celebration of Eid al-Kabir, Muslims around the world who are not observing Hajj duties are encouraged to fast on Arafah Day for the forgiveness of sins. Aisha Abdullahi, NTA News.
It's just few days into the unfortunate flood incident that occurred at the Trademore Estate Lugwe, leaving its attendant consequences on the lives of the community. More people and organizations, including government agencies, are visiting the area to sympathize with the affected community. The FCT Public Complaints Commission, led by the Commissioner, visited for on-the-spot assessment of damage.
People have approached us with regards to the flood to assess and investigate what's really happening. Because from our findings, this is not the first time we're having this kind of challenge. It's becoming an issue of concern. Us as government agents, who should ensure that every government agency saddled with any responsibility at all do what they are supposed to do.
After a tour of the areas in contention and receiving brief on the issues, the FCT Ombudsman gave its position.
We should put into consideration some form of succor so we don't inflict more pain on the individual that is already having this pain and then they are already going through a lot of trauma. There should be a way of giving an alternative.
The Commission said it will make a case that will bring permanent solution through collaboration with other agencies in order to forestall future occurrence. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
The presentation of the Social Accountability Toolkit by the NGO is an initiative which aims to strengthen social responsibility towards ending violence against women and girls. A consultant, Kenen Rompam, said the program will bring attention to issues of violence against women and girls, as well as increase citizens' capacity to hold the state and service providers responsible and responsive to the requirements.
As an institutional memory, the journey so far, most importantly, it helps different organizations, different institutions, different critical stakeholders to know how to coordinate and structure these conversations.
It is the do-it-yourself approach. Now we have garnered all of these grassroots organizations. They needed a toolkit. It's like you give a workman, go and work. You must give him a tool to work. So the toolkit will stand as a the how to do.
Some stakeholders and representatives from states say Social Accountability Toolkit is a welcome development and it will help to communicate more on the issues in their community.
We need to see it, we need to be serious in implementing the tools.
The time I get back to my community, I will ensure that all this assault, this violence against women and girls is being stopped.
Rapper Spotlight is assigned to work on Outcome 6 Women's Movement with focus on the theme negotiating and strengthening social gender-based violence protection for women's rights advocates, marginalized group in FCT, Adamawa and Sokoto states. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Official statistics over time establish that activities of commercial sex workers have been a thriving business in the FCT. To cut down on the immoral trade, the FCT administration, through its task force, repeatedly clamped down on their activities by raiding and arresting them at various locations. Not satisfied with the use of iron fist in addressing this challenge, the Social Welfare Department of the FCT Social Development Secretariat is partnering a non-governmental organization to engage this group of women of easy virtues on entrepreneurship training for self-reliance.
Our joy is to see them want to leave sex work and try to live a meaningful life where they can learn a skill, one or the other, to try to live at least a decent life, kind of knowing that Ashawo is no work.
Like they say, second chance with willpower are veritable tools to turn around fortunes. Today, tailoring, soap making to saloon businesses are now the new norm for these repentant sex workers in Mabushi, who have turned new leaf, courtesy of support from these collaborative efforts.
I never knew coming there, see, picking me, I thought, I'm making money. But coming to test this, I discovered I make a lot of money and my life have changed. My children are beautiful. My children are going to school.
After the sex working, I become a dealer myself as drug users. And that is where I was living. But now I came to understand that there's something I can do. Because without a man, without drug using, without drug pusher, I can still live my life.
The Director FCT Social Welfare Department, Sani Amar Rabi, says empowerment is key to development and value reorientation, hence the need for this robust partnership to end sex workers' business in the FCT.
The center is meant to rehabilitate, train, and empower these commercial sex workers to have a more decent means of livelihood.
Life of some of the residents of Mabushi has been changed from bad spot to a new lifestyle. Today is a welcome development.
On a similar note, the administration is also engaging the Almajiris in vocational training to bring sanity to the aesthetics of the nation's capital, enhance their economic fortunes and livelihood. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
These schools displayed excellence by bringing to fore issues of national interest like privatization of national assets, achieving zero net carbon emissions, empowering women in an emerging nation, leadership and responsibility for all, among other topical issues.
This competition has made me to learn more things about debating, and it has also increased my vocals.
It has been a great thing to organize this debate because it will help reduce crime and many more.
Everybody are going for a debate. They should feel free and relaxed, and they should not come here for them to just come. They should come that they are expecting to learn more and have more impact.
Special Advisor Media to the Executive Secretary, FCT Universal Basic Education Board, Kalu Ifeanyi, says the debate aims at discouraging cramming.
The essence of creating this competition is to bring that creativity, boldness in every child.
Other schools that made it to the reality house are JSS Nyanya 1, JSS Kubwa 3, JSS Model Maitama, JSS Gwagwalada, JSS Karu, JSS Bako, and Pinky and Brain School, Buari. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
When malaria won't show power for your side, it gon' knock you down. I'm a temp subject.
Are you are?
Me I can tell you no say. Malaria medicine we no get bad days. Oh, bitter days from out and it easy to swallow. game changer. Amatem soft gel.
Say no to malaria. Yes to life.
The words are hard to find, but they're still heavy on my mind tonight. The pain is deep inside, but I still want to hide. Happy birthday!
Is this what you really want to do?
Yes, Dad. That's what I've been trying to show you.
Fight for your dreams the advanced way with Glow LTE Advanced. The power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Nigeria Tech ball star Victor Oyemade reached the final of the ongoing Second African Beach Games taking place at Hammamet, Tunisia. Oyemade beat his Ghanaian opponent 12-4, 12-8 to win 2-0 in both sets in the semi-final. En route to the last four stage, Oyemade also crushed his Cape Verde opponent in 2 sets in the quarter-final. With a strong start in the first set, Oyemade dominated the game, outscoring his opponent with a 12-3 lead. Continuing his impressive performance, he carried his momentum into the second set, ultimately securing a 12-7 victory. Oyemade's convincing win solidifies Nigeria's representation in the tech ball event. Meanwhile, Nigeria's men's rugby national team, the Black Stallions, lost to Algeria in the final of the pre-Olympic qualifying series in Mauritius. However, the team are through to the final qualifying round of the rugby event for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, France. The Black Stallions, who made it to the final stage on the backdrop of an impressive win from the group stage, lost 24-5 to Algeria on Sunday. Nigeria defeated Ghana 24-7 in the opening match before beating Burundi 42-9 in the last group match. Nigeria will join Uganda, Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, Namibia, Madagascar, Tunisia, Kenya and South Africa, who have already qualified for the qualifying phase in Zimbabwe. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.